Hello, magnificent souls. This is Mariana and Stefan with Raw Vegan Blessings, and this is magic. Actually, Stefan is arguing with me here because he says it's not appropriate to bring Magic, our Pomeranian, when we are preparing our high vibrational kale chips video. But I just felt that I needed to introduce him to you. So, welcome to our high vibrational kitchen. Today, we are going to share with you our recipe for raw vegan cashew turmeric kale chips. They are absolutely delicious, nutritious, crispy, and crunchy. You can enjoy them as a snack, or as a meal, or as a delicious treat while you are watching Netflix or having beautiful, high vibrational conversations with your loved ones or friends. This is our second time making this recipe with 6 bunches of kale, and we learned a lot from the first time. Now we know that the kale leaves should be left a little larger because once the chips become dry and crispy, they tend to break into very small pieces. As you can see here, we are using our favorite spices and smiles and high intentions. I will go through all the ingredients step by step a little later in this video. Also, you can find the recipe below this video. Here, we want to show you how to remove the kale leaves from the large center stems, because once it dries in the dehydrator, the stem becomes very chewy and is not pleasant to be eaten. We discovered 2 ways to do it. The first is by using a knife. Then, during the process, Stefan realized that we could actually do it with our hands. So, we simply started pulling the leaves away from the large stems, and if you see any stems, even the little ones that are little thicker, remove them please, because after dehydrating, they will become very tough and chewy, and probably you will not enjoy them. I'd also like to let you know that we never throw away the kale stems you see here. Quite the opposite, we use them in our fresh juices through the day and sometimes in our smoothies because they are full of phytonutrients and are incredibly beneficial for gut health and overall vitality. With the low temperature dehydrating process, the kale leaves remain rich in enzymes, vitamin A, C, and K, antioxidants that help protect the cells, fiber that supports healthy digestion, and minerals like calcium and iron. For our creamy sauce, we are adding 3 cups of soaked raw cashews, which create that rich, creamy texture. And of course, you have to know that usually our choice of salt is the Celtic salt because it is naturally rich in minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium. And it is also less processed than the regular table salt. But we still use it in moderation because, after all, it is salt. And here we are adding about 2 small teaspoons. Now you can see this is the Bulgarian oregano, Čubrica. The flavor is absolutely incredible with a beautiful Mediterranean aroma. We use 1 generous tablespoon. You can use any kind of oregano. Here you can see we added turmeric, 3 pieces of fresh turmeric root. Now freshly ground black pepper, about 2 teaspoons, or you can adjust it to your liking. Cayenne pepper, again 1 to 2 teaspoons depending on your taste. Stefan likes it spicy, so that's why we use more. For extra richness, we are adding 2 to 3 spoons of flaxseed oil. And of course, our next step, our favorite coconut aminos. We absolutely love the flavor and the sweetness they bring into the recipe. Finally, we are adding 1 cup of fresh coconut water that we brought at the farmer's market. We are so blessed to have here the Miami Farmers Market. And here I want to remind you that we are using 6 bunches of kale, so we are mixing everything into separate bowls for convenience. The sauce you're gonna make in the blender should be divided equally 50% into each bowl. And of course, as you probably noticed in our previous videos, we do everything with love, with light, and with elevated intentions, even while we are blending. The next step you have to know that is very important. But first, let me remind you once again, you can use the kale stems in your juice and your smoothies. Now, we will pour 50% of our delicious cheesy sauce into the first bowl of kale. This bowl contains approximately 3 bunches of kale, and the remaining 50% will go into the second bowl. Did you know that Stefan worked in fine dining restaurants for more than 30 years? 2 years ago, he decided that it simply wasn't his calling anymore because today he lives a raw vegan lifestyle. The last 2 restaurants where he owned were Japanese fine dining, and maybe you even visited them, Buddha Bar London and Buddha Bar New York. But now he loves creating living food dishes with me here in our high vibrational kitchen. And what can I say? I absolutely love that because together we can create not only our meals but also our lifestyle, our raw vegan blessings lifestyle. Because it is never only about the food we consume, it is also about our emotions, our thoughts, the people we surround ourselves with, our choices, our intentions, our authenticity, our truth. Now let's get back to the recipe. As you can see, I'm distributing the creamy cashew sauce onto every kale leaf. At first I was very careful, but as I continued, I realized I could coat the leaves much more evenly using the gentle kneading motions. It is actually a very pleasant process. And of course, Stefan is right beside me, and we are talking about our business, our future plans, and our dreams. We always make a point on staying in elevated emotions, high frequency, and positive energy because we know the truth. The food we consume becomes part of who we are, and who we are is what we manifest as our personal reality. As one of my best friends always says, life is beautiful. And life is truly beautiful, especially when we nourish ourselves with such delicious food. Raw living foods are truly one of the greatest gifts we can give our bodies for health and vitality. I always like to share our personal vision and mission while we are preparing recipes with you magnificent souls because we truly are experiencing vibrant happiness. Before discovering the power of raw living foods and living consciously, we both struggled with many health challenges. Of course, food is not the only place and piece in the puzzle when it comes to health and vitality, but it is always the first step. And believe me, raw vegan food is absolutely delicious, nutritious, and rich in flavors. Many people think that raw vegan food is actually a restriction, but it's totally the opposite. It is absolutely freedom of rich flavors. Here you can see Stefan placing the first tray into our dehydrator. We spread the coated kale leaves over unbleached baking paper on the dehydrator trays. We will leave them to dehydrate for approximately 24 hours at 115 Fahrenheit degrees so we can keep them living and we can take advantage of the living enzymes and nutrients. Now we are starting on the second bowl, which again contains approximately 3 bunches of kale. Then we add the remaining sauce. Do you know why you will love these raw kale chips? Because they are absolutely rich on chlorophyll. that supports healthy blood and cellular vitality. They are excellent source of vitamin A, C, and K. They are naturally rich in magnesium, calcium, and potassium, and they are loaded with antioxidants that help protect your cells from oxidative stress. They are also satisfying source of plant protein and fiber, full of prebiotics fiber that nourishes the gut microbiome, and rich on healthy fats from raw cashews and the flaxseed oil to support the heart and brain health. And oregano contains powerful antioxidant that is absolutely beneficial. And let's not forget the cayenne pepper that supports healthy circulation and metabolism. Dehydrating at 150 degrees Fahrenheit helps preserve more naturally occurring enzymes and heat-sensitive phytonutrients compared to the conventional baking. And these kale chips are an amazing healthy alternative to highly processed snack foods, which are not actually real foods, not at all. They are chemical creations that don't bring life into your body. Quite the opposite. They take it away from your cells, from your tissues, and your organs. Highly processed foods should be avoided if your goal is to live a vibrant, energetic, and healthy life. Here you can see us preparing the second batch, again with elevated emotions and high vibrational frequency, excited about our recipe. We always thank Mother Nature and the beautiful food we are preparing for bringing living enzymes, minerals, vitamins, and more life into our bodies and more love into our bodies. We feel grateful and blessed that we have discovered the truth about living foods lifestyle. And sharing our delicious recipes with you, magnificent souls, is our way of showing you that there truly is another way to live, a healthy way, a vibrant way, energy-filled life, with one simple change, changing the food you choose to nourish yourself with. Choose raw vegan and start counting your blessings. Look at these vibrant colors. I used 2 trays in our smaller dehydrator to see if there will be any difference in the process. And here you can see the crispy, crunchy chips. 24 hours later, you can see the absolutely amazing chips that is gonna nourish your body, is gonna nourish your cells and tissues. 24 hours later, the first person to try the chips is, of course, Stefan. He's always impatiently opening the dehydrator and trying out everything. He absolutely loves how everything looks and smells. He loves the crispy texture, the aroma, and now he's finally going to taste them. He is always the first one to try our creations. He absolutely loves our food. He says he is addicted to our food.
I love it. Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much for watching, Magnificent Souls. You will find the full recipe below this video. We are sending you many raw vegan blessings. And remember, when you master your diet, you will master your destiny.